Join Ceres staff on designing our newest menu item, the coconut chicken stew.
Is coconut chicken stew a favorite of yours?
For me, I always like hearty, simple
If you take it down to the
farmer stews. Like, you know, when I'm thinking about, like, for me, a lot of inspiration for food for me comes from traveling. So, like, traveling in another country and then going and getting, like, a fisherman's stew or, like, peasant stew somewhere where it's just whatever meat they have on hand, plus vegetables that are grown locally. Put in a pot, some spices. I love that. So I just kind of tried to think about if I was going to make a stew like that, what would I do based off of the ingredients that we have. And then we've been trying to bring back coconut milk for a long time because everybody liked cooking with coconut milk here. Yeah. And Kim gave the thumbs up, so now we're back to coconut milk. So that's great. It's exciting.
So did this come from like you traveling in Thailand or like?
Sure. I think this came from a little bit of Thailand and then a little bit of Mexico and stuff like that, South American influence. But, you know, really whenever I cook things, I don't think of, I just kind of like amalgamate things that I like from all over the place and then just mix them together. Yeah. Generally. I just think about things that I like from different cultures, take a little piece of it, mix it with something else, taste it, keep going.
It's a fun melting pot that way.
Exactly.
Maybe literally.
Exactly.
What happens when like a menu item like gets taken off or like it's or like how does that surface? Where like, oh, this item's not working. Is it the feedback from the clients that start this process or is it something else?
It's kind of a couple of different things. So it's the clients, and then it's going to be the kitchen staff as well.
Okay.
And then it would be Kim.
The dietitian.
Yes, the dietitian.
Yes.
So that would generally be probably the three prongs of where we would start the conversation as to whether something should come off or not. Clients don't like it, then it would probably come off. Staff does not enjoy making it; it's too complicated. At the whatever scaling that we're at, then we'll start looking at taking it off. And then if it doesn't meet the dietary requirements, because Kim says, hey, something's off here, then we have to start looking at taking it off as well.
Okay.
So those would be the three reasons why.
What were the pain points with like the Columbian original stew?
So the Columbian stew, it was originally packaged in the 16-ounce deli cups, and then we had the rice side that got added on later because that was, again, this was pre-Kim, I think. This is when Crystal was here, but Crystal realized that didn't have enough carbs, I'm pretty sure, so they added brown rice to the dish to try to increase the carbs in it. And we didn't want to put the rice necessarily into the stew itself. It also wouldn't fit, and then if you put rice into it, then you're taking something else out of it, so you have to do a bunch of math again. So rather than doing that, they're just like, put rice on the side. And for pack, this is like one of the examples of this was the kitchen didn't like doing it because having to pack the soup in a 16-ounce and then also pack the rice in an 8-ounce. And then if we freeze them, then freeze all of those. And then whenever we pack them and bag them, we have to put two things in rather than one thing. And so there was a push to either get rid of the rice, up the amount of protein, or put some more starch into the stew itself so that it didn't need the rice on the side anymore. But like what I was saying before is like the moment you start doing that, then the math of how much, the math of how much of everything else everybody's getting per serving changes. So that you can do that, but you kind of have to rebuild it from the bottom up and just add everything else in. And like so. Just like that, hearty stew.